All right, hello everybody. Oh wait, why is it doing that? Is that why? Just one second. All right, that's better. Not getting any crazy monitoring issues. Hey, how's everybody doing? We're here to play some Legacy Merfolk, and so we're playing Legacy Merfolk. We'll go through the deck real quick. Funny story about these Force of Wills. I accidentally got the invocations. I bought them on MTGO Traders, and it just automatically adds the cheapest version. And so I was like, sure, the cheapest one, let's go. And then so I have Invocation Force of Wills, just to, because that's kind of how it goes. Let's go over the deck real quick while we have some people filing in. Let's see here. Make sure everything looks okay. Alright, let me just go to Twitch here real quick, make sure it looks okay. Anyway, I hope everybody had a good week, and thank you for joining us here on Twitch, just to hang out and, play some Legacy Merfolk. Remember that this is an extension of Fishin, Merfolk Podcast, which is a weekly podcast dedicated exclusively to Merfolk, as you see here. So we actually had a really great episode this week. I had some microphone issues, as you just heard on this. So everything is hopefully fixed. I just have to remember to do some extra things, and that'll be fixed in the future. So we're going to go over this list here real quick. We've got 20 lands, which is pretty customary for Merfolk and Legacy. Oh, let me drop this down. There we go. So 20 lands is pretty standard for Legacy Merfolk. We have 4 of Cavern of Souls. This is a deck. That has all Merfolk except for Phantasmal Image, and it's an honorary Merfolk. But so we're running the 4 of Cavern of Souls. It really helps out against the blue decks. Not causing those decks to be able to out counter us. We have 12 islands. Let's see here. Yeah, 12 islands. And then we also have our playset of Mutavaults, because it's Mutavaults, and that's how we do things. 4 of Curse Catcher, pretty bread and butter in Legacy. Gotten a lot better since Deathrite Shaman being gone. We have our 4 of Aether Vials, of course. 2 of Smuggler's Copter. This is a card that I really like in Legacy. It gives you something to do with creatures. If you can't get through with them, you can crew Smuggler's Copter, but also just kind of helps filter your draws. Lets you get past lands once you get to too many lands in hand or whatever. Lets you draw to hit like a Force of Will pitch piece or something like that. Just a great card. 2 of Merfolk Trickster. Hey Silasari, what's up, man? What is that? Oh, that's the tentacle there. Yeah. Hey, what's up? So we're going through here. We have 2 of Merfolk Trickster. I really like Merfolk Trickster for being able to just, especially in like Reanimator matchups. I've had games where I was able to basically stop an Elishnorn from working. So I dropped the Merfolk Trickster, and then dropped enough lords to clear the threshold for Elishnorn. So Merfolk Trickster is pretty good in a pinch. I'm not saying it's the best card, but it does well as a 2 of. 2 of Master of the Pearl Trident, and 4 of Master of the Pearl Trident, and 4 of Lord of Atlantis, as you would come to expect. Let me make that bigger, because I can't see what your guys' chat. Oh. Making it bigger does not make the actual chat bigger, it just makes the window bigger. Okay. So we have 4 of Lord of Atlantis, 4 of Silvergo Adepts. If you're not running Silvergo Adept, I don't know what you're doing. 3 Phantasmal Image. Basically, you can copy a Lord, can copy a True Name Nemesis, which are great, but it can also copy some really big things. It can copy Grizzlebrands, you can copy Elish Norns. It's a great Magic card, so we're all about Phantasmal Image. One of Echoing Truth helps get past ensnaring bridges. Elves, it helps out against. There's a lot of utility for Echoing Truth, and I like having one in the main. So playset of True Name Nemesis. This was the bulk of the cost of the deck. I think this was just $200 right here. So True Name Nemesis needs to get printed more online. Make a Legacy more accessible for a lot of Merfolk players, for sure. We have our playset of Force of Wills, which I said again are the Invocation art. Not too crazy about it, but again, it was the cheapest one, so that's what I went for. Salazari. Why did I? It clicked for me. For some reason I didn't like remember it's Salazari, not Silasari. I am so sorry. I feel like a jerk. But thank you for joining, Salazari. It's really cool to have you about. We have Chalice of the Void. This is the new art from Seth McKinnon, I think. But it's Seb McKinnon. It's super great. I love this art. It's amazing. I went out of my way. Goatbots hooked me up with a playset of Chalice of the Voids. Nobody had them, but Goatbots, I got a hold of them on Twitter, and they said they would have some for me. So there we go. So two of in the sideboard, Flusterstorm. This is great. So Flusterstorm is a great counterspell against like Storm and all that, but it also works because it goes through itself in Chalice of the Void. Because most of the time we're going to be casting Chalice of the Void on one, and then we are going to basically be when you cast the Flusterstorm, it would counter it, but the copies go on the stack. They were not cast, so the copies will just kind of go through the Chalice of the Void. So it's a 1 mana counterspell that you can just kind of go, like no, which is great. Back to Basics is super helpful for us and not very helpful for our opponents. It makes it so that non-basic lands don't untap, which is great because in this format, we're running 20 islands. Our opponents are definitely running dual lands, which is great for us. So maybe not so great against some decks, but definitely okay and against most matchups. Venser. So this is great because it bounces spells. It's good against like Reanimator, being able to just like put the spell back, when it enters the battlefield, return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. So you can just kind of bounce something, bounce a spell, like it bounce a spell in quotes. You're really just putting it back. So Venser's good to have just kind of as a utility creature. Dismember is just a removal spell for one, kills a lot of things. It's good to have around just to be able to knock something down, either to kill something outright or bring it down to our level so that way we can just straight up kill it. Grafdigger's Cage. Creatures can't enter. Creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield, so this is a good way to like stop with elves with Craterhoof Behemoth for Green Sun Zenith. It helps with Reanimator, so they can't pull things out of their graveyard. It has a lot of utility. Relic of Progenitus does a lot of the same thing. It's better against decks like with Snapcaster and stuff, basically just kind of shutting down their ability to get things back. Plus, sorry about that. Missed the mute button there. Oh yeah, Salazar. Yeah, that's definitely Flusterstorm is pretty good for that reason. You just push through the Chalice, no problem. So Relic also replaces itself. If you get to the point where they've got like 3 to 4 cards in their yard, you don't want to be shy about just popping this, because if they've got like a big creature and a few other cards, you don't want them to have the opportunity to just empty their yard. You want to do it for them. The last one is Sorcerer's Spyglass. You look at your hand, you look at your opponent's hand, and then choose any card name, and activated abilities of the source of the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. This is just something I've been kind of tinkering with. I'm not exactly sure if this is something that I want to keep in or something that I don't want, but it's a good way to just kind of like pull something out of their hand. It lets you it lets you turn off like mana dorks. It lets you turn. I mean, the biggest thing was it turned off Deathrite Shaman. So I haven't played a whole lot of Legacy since the Deathrite Shaman banning, so I don't know how good it is anymore. But we'll go ahead and we'll jump in. Let's take another quick gander here. All right, let's jump into some games here. Let's play some Legacy. All right, our opponent, Blitz Fury 1, rolled ahead of us, so this hand looks very mediocre. I think we go ahead and mulligan this just because 4 lands is rough. You know, we don't have a lot of draw power here. We don't have a lot of otherwise interaction besides Echoing Truth. So if we're playing against an unfair deck, this is not going to cut it. We're going to mulligan. I'm kind of hesitant to go lower than 6. I don't want to do that, but Curse Catcher at least kind of gives us some reach, so we'll go ahead and keep. And we got a Lord of Atlantis on top. We'll just leave him there. Because, I mean, we can always just, you know, drop enough lands and just start beating face, and that's always an option in Merfolk. We can just, you know, turn our creature sideways. I'm kind of interested to see what our opponent's playing here. No indication like me. All right, we got a Bayou. So elves maybe? Oh, I think it's elves. I mean, Green Sun for 1, you know, on your for your Dryad Arbor is not a bad way to start things off. All right, well, Cavern of Souls doesn't matter as much, so we don't have to worry about things getting countered. Oh, I'm muted. Thank you, Salazri. I've had a little bit of a cough, so I've been going back and forth. So, all right. So to explain what I meant, thank you very much, Salazri, for letting me know. I went ahead and copied Dark Confidant because our curve tops at 3. Well, I guess 5 technically from Force of Will. But picking up an extra card each turn, I think, is enough. Queen Marchesa. What is this deck? They revealed Queen Marchesa. This is an interesting list. It's too bad it's not Arena where I can click, you have a good deck. Oh no, that's Pokemon. That's Pokemon TCG Player where you can tell people how good of a deck they have. Alright, Wasteland, targeting our... That's fine. Nothing from our opponent? Cool, let's draw a card. Alright, and we draw Force of Will. Oh, did we lose 3 from that? Or did we Reveals true name Nemesis. Okay, so we took 3. Okay. Okay, so we have Forcible in hand, which is great. Alright, so let's get in there with Curse Catcher. I don't think our opponent will block because they're wanting to preserve their creatures. They don't want to lose them just yet. Alright, our opponent got a Scavenging Ooze. That's another... What is this deck? There's Queen Marchesa and Scavenging Ooze. So I don't know. Mox Diamond, okay. There's some fixing for our opponent. Knight of the Reliquary. This is a very... Oh, and a Grove of the Burn Willows? Okay. Alright, let's see. Okay. Not bad. Hmm. 4-color Loam. Okay. Yeah. I was kind of curious about that, but I've never seen Marchesa played in that list. That's pretty crazy, but... Alright, so what I want to do here is, since we're already drawing cards, I want to get True Name Nemesis down. So we're going to protect ourselves. Basically, we have an Eternal Blocker. But the other thing is we just have, you know, when we start dropping, when we get another Lord down, then we can kind of... Okay, watch out for Punishing Fire. Awesome, thank you for the tip. Alright, so they just revealed Chalice of the Void. I'm not too scared of Chalice of the Void. I mean, unless they put it for 2, then we might be in trouble. I mean, we have Force of Will, so if they... Oh, Garrick, yeah. So if they Chalice for 2, then... Ooh, I don't know if we can let that... And we can also just get rid of this Curse Catcher. I don't want Lily to resolve to force me to start sacking my creatures. That's no bueno. And our opponent doesn't want to attack because they don't want to go through True Name. Alright, let's see what we get. Alright, we got another Lord here. Alright, let's Silvergill. Hopefully we hit a land. No. Okay, well, let's just get another body down then. Let's start pressuring him. They're only at 11, so we need to start, you know, getting him down. Let's see what land they get at with the Knight of the Reliquary. Oh, they got themselves Badlands. Terminate? Oh, Abrupt Decay. Okay. They're still taking all that damage, so no big deal. Alright, Cabal Pit entered the... This is an interesting card. I mean, it hurts some, but basically it's just for a removal spell. This deck is going to have a lot of cards in the graveyard, so it's just another removal spell. Okay, our opponent has played the Scavenging Ooze they revealed earlier. Yeah, that's likely, and I totally don't mind trading Bobs, actually. Hopefully we're going to start hitting some lands off Bob. That would be nice. Alright. Wasteland. It's kind of expected in this format. You're going to hit a lot of... Alright. Let's get another body down. Attack again. See if they have another Abrupt Decay. Oh, they have something. Oh, they're probably going to Scavenging Ooze, which is fair. Unless we see something from our opponent here in this next turn, we're going to be basically set to drop a Lord and... Alright, so he sacked the Dryad Arbor. Which I'm kind of fine with because that's getting rid of a blocker. Okay, so he got a Maze of Ith. He's gonna use Scavenging Ooze's ability again to gain himself another life. And alright, so he got a Mox Diamond, so no damage there. We might be able to swing for the win next turn, just kind of depends on, I mean, our opponent, it does have, I mean, they have a lot of cards in hand, but, alright, so he, yep, discarded a Wasteland there, which he's fine with because of Scavenging Ooze. So let's see, the most he could gain, he only has one green source, and he's tapping it. I mean, I guess he could sack a land with neither Reliquary to get a green source to do it again. Oh, we can't. Let's see, does he make me sack a creature? That's fine. Let's sack the Dark Confidant. We want to keep our Merfolk density up. Basically, those are the things that can get pumped. Bob is great, but we basically have what we need to win, provided our opponent doesn't have any other things that he can do. So basically right now, as far as what I can see, he could use... Yeah, so he's at Threshold, so he could do this. We're going to take the 7, because then he can't use the ability, right? Yeah, so he cannot use the ability. We take 7. That's fine. And then he Mazes of Ith his own. Yep. So we're going to drop our Lord, and let's see what our opponent does. He's probably going to, yeah, kill the Lord of Atlantis there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get in with True Name. Okay, he can make us discard a card. We'll go ahead and kill the Lily here just to make sure that we're not having to, because we are down. We cannot cast this. We should have cast the Silver Goat up first. Was what we should have done. That was definitely a punt on my part. Well, it's not really quite lethal because he can sack the Knight of the Relic. He can use the Knight's ability to get another sack of land and gain another green source and gain life. But I forgot we were supposed to have cast that. Yeah, sorry for the punt, everybody. So then he gets a green source, he gets a forest or whatever, and then he scavenging uses for the... Yep, to get rid of a land and gain himself a life. Alright, he's down to 4 life, so that's great. It's great for us. He has to use up his mana to gain life, which is fine by me. Totally okay with that. It's fine. Alright, let's see what our opponent's up to here. They're thinking about it. They've got 4 cards in hand. We know that he still has... So he has a Knight of the Reliquary, he has a Chalice of the Void, and he has a Queen Marchesa. So we know 3 of the cards in his hand. I don't think he cannot cast the Queen Marchesa. He can cast the Knight of the Reliquary if he likes. Can't use the ability, so he would... Yeah, he can't, because Maze of It doesn't tap for mana. So I guess he could tap 2, tap the Knight of the Reliquary. Oh yeah, he has the Mox Diamonds too. Yeah, he can. Okay. Alright, let's see what we draw here. Alright, Phantasmal Image. That's sweet. Now do we copy True Name? Swing with True... Yeah, I mean, we just swing with... I mean, he's going to gain some life here. He's going to do some shenanigans, but if we then have another True Name, then I think he's done. So let's go ahead and attack here. So there he goes, gaining life. He's going to use his Knight of the Reliquary, likely. I definitely play a little bit more conservatively in Legacy than I should, but yeah, here we are. Alright, so the 4 damage is going to come across. He's going to go to 1, and then he'll be able to do it one more time to go up a little bit higher. So let's go ahead and Phantasmal Image, copying True Name Nemesis. And I think we're pretty well locked in here. Alright, oh yeah, our opponent could lose to their own Dark Confidant trigger here, so let's see what happens. Alright, yeah, let's oh, he drew a land. Oh. He drew a Verdant Catacombs. Well, better lucky than good for him, I suppose. So he can gain 1 more life, and then sack 2 more lands with these to gain, so he can only gain 3 life. I'm no expert, but I think we're doing okay here. Just kidding, I am an expert. I'm a total Merfolk expert. That's why you're here. I'm the best at Merfolk. I love all the Merfolk. They're ruining Merfolk lives. I shouldn't get political. There's enough political drudgery everywhere. Let's just talk about Magic. How's everyone's day been going? I mean, did you guys get to go to F&M, play any Magic yourselves? I want to know. Tell me about it. Oh, also, let me type these in here while I've got a moment. Our opponent is pondering their turn with their 5 cards in hand. I'm going to pop in our emotes. And these are emotes at different levels, so you can get some sweet emotes for your Twitch chat. We have a couple subscribers, so thank you very much to our subscribers. And it looks like my tickers aren't working at the top. Oh, hey, Mr. Plurg, how you doing? How'd you do in pre-release? Did you pick Boros as the correct choice? You're not a guy that would pick Boros. All right, well, let's see what we can do here. Let's block the 10 damage. Block that. Oh, thanks, Salazari. We had a great artist do ours. Oh, you signed up for Golgari just right away? All right. Yeah, Golgari is pretty strong, looks like. Oh, and we win? Oh, he just conceded. Okay. I think he was trying to bluff. I mean, Dismember seems pretty good. Dismember and Back to Basics seem pretty great. We didn't see any Chalice of the Voids. That might have been pretty good in this matchup here. I don't know how good... I mean, Echoing Truth might be okay. But yeah, Salazar, we had Ishton on Twitter do our emotes. They're great. They're really cute little merfolk if you see the bigger pictures. But yeah, I really do like them. I like that. I love that emote. That's sweet. Yeah, Relic. We want to keep our opponent off of getting lands. I actually don't know how good Chalice of the Void is because they don't run a lot of 1-drop stuff. We may cut the chalices just because, again, they're playing stuff at the 2 level and higher, and if we're going chalice on 2 for us, that's bad. That's terrible. I just don't want to go up to chalice and then be stuck there waiting. It's bad news. Merfolk Trickster, I don't know if Merfolk Trickster is great. We don't really want to go down too many creatures. I think Curse Catcher's fine here as well. Maybe we go down a Curse Catcher just to even out our split here. But yeah. Hey, the Shinkayuma. I'm gonna say that. I'm so sorry. How you doing tonight? Let's see here. Playing against 4-color Loam, we won game 1. I think this is fine. If we lock our opponent out of playing their basics and stop them from being able to draw their lands out, I think we'll be doing okay. This hand is fine. It's not particularly exciting. Alright, Windswept Teeth from our opponent, and they just passed the turn. Alright, we got our turn 1 play. Better lucky than good. Let's go ahead and play this Curse Catcher here. You're here to see the fish? Well, you came to the right place. This is Fish and Fish alone. And I don't know why my tickers aren't working at the top of my thing. That's odd. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Hopefully we get some of our sideboard cards. That would be pretty great. I would definitely not mind that. Let me make sure my connection to my overlay is correct. Oh, he cycled Tranquil Thicket. Okay, cool. Edit. Oh, that's weird. For some reason it wasn't connected to... Huh. Punishing Fire. We'll just sack this just to show him. I think we just need to get rid of the Punishing Fire. Why is it not connecting to my... Huh. I think we just need to get rid of the Punishing Fire here. Let's go ahead and just knock that out right now. It's already connected to another player.me account. That's not good. Did somebody hack me? That's not good. Let's see here. Okay, well, I'll deal with that here in a little bit. Alright, let's see what our opponent's up to here. I mean, we got rid of the Punishing Fire, so if that's a one-of, then we're set on that end. Alright, another Force of Will. Sure. And we'll just start stacking up our creatures. Just make them big ol' fishies. Alright, our opponent's up to 6 cards in hand. Let's see what's up. It would be sweet to hit a back to basics now, just like really cripple them. Yeah, that would be sweet. Just back to basics them and just... Oh, Sword to Plowshares? Sure. Actually... Let's not and say we did. Because next turn we can drop the Mutavaults, drop... Oh, there's another island. Okay. Let's drop Mutavaults. Drop this Master of the Pearl Trident and start swinging. Swinging for 3. Now this Force is kind of dead in our hand, but we have Mutavault to kind of help pick up the slack. Our opponent will likely be looking for a Wasteland to get rid of Mutavault, which is kind of unfortunate, but kind of just a reality in Legacy. You just kind of got to deal with the ever-present Wasteland. Now, Wasteland wasn't such a big deal prior to the Deathrite Shaman banning. If that's a time that you played, let's see what they discard. If that was a time you played Legacy, all right, our opponent discarded a basic. So like back to basics would be sweet. A Johnny Vengeant. Okay. Kills one of our lords. I don't like that. Attack. Oh no. All right, well, we have a Force of Will card to pitch to Force of Will. What is his loyalty at? Oh, he's at 1. Alright, so now we just need to stop drawing lands. Alright, let's go ahead and counter this as well. If our opponent's tapping out to play it, then we just need to stop that nonsense. Definitely not about it. Not about it one bit. And our opponent's down to 1 card in hand. And I guarantee our top decks are better than his. And yes, he has Maze of Ith. It's true, but you know, he can't hide behind it forever. Sure. He's still taking damage, so that's fine by me. Alright, we got a Ghost Quarter here from our opponent, which I'm sure they're going to get rid of our Mutavault. This Queen Marchesa. Kind of stinks that they have a different art for it. We need to stop drawing lands. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. I know that doesn't do anything, it's just sending a message. Yes, let's get a land to replace it, thin out our deck. That's okay. Back to basics would be so sweet right now. Sure, we can afford to take 3. Yep, Legacy is definitely a different format for sure. And he untaps, yep. Very smart. He gets to draw an extra card off of the Monarchy there. Let's get our creatures bigger. Yeah, we're going to game 3, I think. Yeah, DJ is on. I'm sorry, but unless they start drawing like a Dark Confidant, okay, sure. Take more damage. They got Wasteland. He can probably hit our Cavern, but he's probably gonna wait to. He's gonna wait to hit another Mutavault if we draw it. All right. So maybe he'll just take enough damage off of his Mutavaults. All right, Pokemon Professor. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, no, we ran out of gas. Well, we can hard cast this Silvergill. 2, 3, 4. Blue? Oh, yeah, we have to... We did run out of gas. We drew a lot of lands, and maybe we forced some things that we shouldn't have. Alright. Let's do this. That was a pretty good string. Alright, True Name. That's pretty great. Unless they draw Lily, then it's not great. But thank you very much, Pokemon Professor, for the follow. I appreciate that. For some reason, my my account is not linked to my own overlay thing, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. But all right, Abrupt Decay. Let's see our opponent just like kill themselves off of. All right, they just took 5 damage. Sweet. 4 damage. Total of 10, 9, yeah. 12, 11, 10, yeah, I can count, I promise. Oh, another Abrupt Decay? That's not good. Alright, yeah, let's just, Hey, what's up, Techno Mage? Thank you for joining us. Oh, we drew a lot of lands there. We didn't draw, I mean, we drew some relics. We did not draw, maybe Dismembers is something we need. Maybe Dismember. Maybe we cut the Smuggler's Copter. Although, to be honest, that's a good way to get damage over over his creatures. I don't know. Yeah, we drew a lot of lands there. I mean, maybe we cut these. I don't know, I like... I think we cut Smuggler's Copter for the Dismembers. I think that's a creature-heavy enough deck that we can kill his Scoozes, we can kill Marchesa. Ugh! The exact opposite problem. We have to mulligan. Alright, we've got a True name, we got a relic, we got Lord. I'd say this is fine. Our opponent is choosing if they're mulliganing or not. Maybe we should have brought in the Dismembers in the first place. I mean, it's another card that you can't pitch to Force of Will, which kind of stinks, but it's one of those things. We are going to keep this. I do like having Force of Will. I don't know if we're going to be able to use it, but... And maybe I should have led with a basic island. Maybe that would have been the more optimal choice. It would have pushed the needle in our favor, like point something %. It's fine. It's fine. But now we have Windswept, where we have Relic up, you know, basically from the get-go, which I really like. So basically, like we can keep on top of him for his fetching. We can keep him at 0 cards in his graveyard. We need to keep an eye on the clock, though. We are running out of time. And Relic is not going to make that easy. Yeah, neither pitches the Force, so, I mean, it's not like we're up or down a card on that exchange. But... Alright, cycles a Tranquil Thicket. The big thing is just, you know, there's too many creatures, and we need to be able to dismember his Knights of the Reliquary, his Scavenging Oozes. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I should have led with the island. It would have been the more appropriate play for sure. I don't think it was correct to force there. We just... So we just get True Name Nemesis and we start swinging. And we drop Lords whenever we can. Oh. Did not mean to do that, everybody. Sorry about that. And I think we're actually in a pretty okay place. I mean, once we get Mutavault online, that'll be even better. But yeah, our opponent taking damage here is great. Like, back to basics would be so sick right now. Alright, Knight of the Reliquary. Let's get a Dismember. Oh. So, I'm gonna wait on this Relic. I mean, I guess we could do it now and then still have the mana to you know, pay the activation cost, but like, if he decides to attack, then... Yeah, if that was Lily, then we would have been in bad shape. Yep, and there's Wasteland targeting our Mutavaults. It's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. This is a sweet song. I like this. Alright, there's Bob. Can't help it. There's Bob. And hopefully he just starts taking a lot of damage off that Bob. We can only hope, right? Oh yeah, then we could have killed it. Yep. Technomage. Ah, that's beautiful. That's awesome. I mean, I guess he could have he could still wasteland in response, but yeah. Alright, let's get another basic. Sure. We're drawing way too many lands. This is insanity. Let's see what we got here. Life from the Loam. Sure. Sure. Spectator's Vision, yeah. Hindsight's 2020. Hey, how'd it go? How much did you make?
$31 in one trip.
Nice.
Took someone from Loam to Britain.
Oh, nice. All right, so let's go ahead and we have some time. We can still we can still kind of put some pressure on him, and we also have Force of Will for. Yeah, we do need to stop here in a little bit. We need to stop here. I should have probably not swung, but you know, here I am. All right, they take nothing. But we're definitely stopping swinging.
And $7.
3, 4, 3, 4. Oh no, I didn't play a land. Ugh.
Oh darn.
Punt count 2. My wife Jessica, Miss Jessie. I think I'm losing this one, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna take 7 here, unfortunately. I guess technically, well, could he Maze of Ith in response and then use the ability to get more damage? All right. So now, do we hard cast Silvergo Adept and then have Force of Will backup, or do we? Because I mean, we do need to eventually start getting things down. I mean, I probably think keeping up Force of Will right now is better. We don't really have a whole lot of time to. Nope. You're crazy. Hardcast. Hardcast the Silvergill now, or do we just wait? Oh, Mr. Plorg says hi. Former host of Commander and MTG, and now host of Commander Time.
Cool.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Silvergill. All right, let's do it. Let's hardcast Silvergill Adept. Unblockable, I might add. Yes. If you want to, geez. You're so weird.
Give you $2.
$2? You said $5.
I spent it on gas. Shoot, I don't remember what I spent it on. I'll give you $2 and a smooch.
Oh, good. A smooch.
Oops.
Oh no, there's punishing fire. We might be dead now.
You look like a pretty unicorn.
I look like a pretty unicorn?
No, don't do that.
Didn't think of that, did you? Is this Archie or Tintin? I don't know the reference. Oh, for my hair? No, it's just my wife. She likes to make me do things that are embarrassing. Like a front man bun. All right, our opponent hit Mox Diamond because that's what you do. You hit Mox Diamond and nothing bad happens to you. Oh yeah, we definitely hit way too many lands. For sure. All right, well at least we can block this 9/9 Knight of the Reliquary. I honestly wouldn't mind hitting another Relic of Progenitus because... Alright, let's block. We're still going to take 3 here, unfortunately. Yep, he's gonna maze it. That's fine. Cool story, Mr. Blitz Fury. There's Punishing Fire. And we lose. Alright, I mean, I definitely misplayed it in a few spots there, so that's on me. But we definitely did also draw way too many lands. Let's go ahead and go into the next match here.